Welcome to my channel Echoes of Coin. The United States 1-cent coin from the year 2001 is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which began in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 2001, the Lincoln cent had already been in circulation for more than 90 years, making it one of the most familiar and iconic coins in American history. The 2001 penny features the classic obverse design created by Victor David Brenner. On the front side, Abraham Lincoln's portrait faces to the right, with the word Liberty placed to the left of the portrait and the motto "In God We Trust" arching across the top. The date 2001 is positioned on the right side, and depending on where the coin was minted, a mint mark may appear just below the date. Coins struck in Philadelphia show no mint mark, those from Denver carry a D, and those from San Francisco have an S mark, reserved for proof coins. The reverse design in 2001 still displayed the Lincoln Memorial, which had been featured on the cent since 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Designed by Frank Gasparro, the memorial design remained in use until 2008. The reverse shows a detailed image of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., with the words United States of America around the top rim, the motto E pluribus unum above the memorial, and the denomination 1 cent at the bottom. Interestingly, with close inspection, the tiny statue of Abraham Lincoln seated inside the memorial is visible, making the 2001 cent one of the few U.S. coins that feature the same person on both sides. Composition of the 2001 penny is 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. This composition had been in use since 1982 when the U.S. Mint transitioned from the heavier bronze alloy to save production costs. The coin has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, a thickness of 1.52 millimeters, and weighs 2.5 grams. Billions of these coins were struck in 2001 across the Philadelphia and Denver mints for general circulation, while San Francisco produced high-quality proof coins for collectors. In terms of value, most 2001 Lincoln cents found in pocket change are worth only face value, as they were produced in massive quantities and remain very common. However, condition plays an important role. Uncirculated examples, especially those graded by professional services as MS65 or higher, can be worth more to collectors. Brilliant red specimens are especially desirable. Proof coins from San Francisco, struck with special dies on polished planchets, hold higher value depending on condition and whether they are deep cameo proofs. Varieties and errors are also of interest for the 2001 penny. Collectors search for off-center strikes, double dies, broad strikes, clipped planchets, and other minting anomalies that can increase the value of the coin significantly. For example, a 2001 Lincoln cent with a dramatic off-center strike or strong doubling on the date or lettering could sell for much more than face value at auction. Errors are relatively rare compared to the normal production run, so they stand out strongly to collectors. The historical significance of the 2001 Lincoln cent is tied not only to its design but also to the fact that it represents the last years of the Lincoln Memorial reverse design. By 2009, the U.S. Mint released special bicentennial reverses to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 200th birthday, and in 2010, the reverse permanently changed to the Union Shield design. This makes the 2001 penny part of the final decade of the Lincoln Memorial cent era, adding a layer of collectible interest for those who wish to assemble full sets. Beyond numismatic value, the 2001 penny serves as a reminder of the broader history of American coinage. It reflects changes in materials production methods and design continuity. The shift to zinc-based cents in the 1980s marked a major cost-saving decision by the U.S. Mint, and by 2001 these lightweight copper-plated zinc cents had become the standard. Collectors often compare the durability of zinc cents with the earlier bronze versions, noting that zinc coins are more prone to corrosion if exposed to moisture, giving them a shorter lifespan in circulation. For coin collectors, the 2001 cent can be collected in multiple forms: circulation strikes from Philadelphia and Denver, special mint sets, and proof coins from San Francisco. High-grade examples, particularly those certified by PCGS or NGC, are appealing additions to a Lincoln cent collection. Many hobbyists also collect Lincoln cents by date and mint mark, making the 2001 D and 2001 P essential pieces to complete a set. The 2001 1-cent coin is more than just a small piece of change. It is part of a continuous story stretching from the early 20th century to the present day. Its design honors one of America's greatest presidents, its composition reflects economic choices, and its place within the series makes it a bridge between the long-standing Lincoln Memorial design and the upcoming changes that reshape the cent in the following decade. For those who appreciate history, detail, and legacy, the 2001 Lincoln cent offers both a tangible artifact of everyday commerce and a collectible piece of American heritage. The 1-cent coin of 2001 is part of the long-standing Lincoln cent series, which holds the distinction of being the longest continuously running coin design in United States history. This small coin represents not only a medium of everyday exchange but also a powerful symbol of American history, culture, and identity. To truly understand the significance of the 2001 penny, it is necessary to explore its design, production, historical context, variations, and its place in both numismatic and social history. The obverse, or front side of the 2001 penny, continues to feature the enduring portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. This portrait was chosen to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth and has been used longer than any other portrait on U.S. coinage. By 2001, Americans had already seen Lincoln's image on the cent for 92 years, making it one of the most familiar coin faces in circulation. The detail of the portrait shows Lincoln facing right, with a dignified yet humble expression. The inscriptions around him include the word liberty on the left side, the national motto "In God We Trust" above, and the date 2001 on the right. Coins struck in Denver bear a D mint mark. Those from San Francisco carry an S mint mark, and those from Philadelphia have no mint mark. On the reverse side, the design created by Frank Gasparro in 1959 remains in use. This design replaced the earlier wheat ears reverse, which had been used from 1909 to 1958. Gasparro's design features the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. in impressive detail, showing the iconic neoclassical structure with its many columns. Above the memorial is the Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, a reminder of the unity of the states. Around the upper rim appear the words United States of America, while the denomination 1 cent is boldly inscribed at the bottom. A remarkable detail of this reverse design is the tiny image of Lincoln's seated statue inside the memorial, making the Lincoln cent one of the few U.S. coins to portray the same person on both sides. This subtle design element highlights the artistry and symbolism embedded in a coin that many people might otherwise overlook in daily use. In terms of composition, the 2001 penny is made primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating. Since 1982, the U.S. Mint shifted from the traditional bronze alloy, which consisted mostly of copper, to a cheaper composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. This decision was driven by rising copper prices, as the cost of producing bronze cents had exceeded their face value. The newer copper-plated zinc cents, often called zinkins by collectors, weigh 2.5 grams compared to the earlier bronze cents that weighed 3.11 grams. Though visually similar to earlier coins, zinc-based cents have been criticized for being less durable, as they are prone to corrosion when exposed to moisture, sometimes resulting in unsightly bubbles or pitting. The 2001 cent therefore reflects both the historical legacy and the economic realities of coin production at the turn of the century. Production of the 2001 Lincoln cent was extensive. Billions of coins were struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints for circulation. The San Francisco Mint produced proof coins in limited quantities, designed specifically for collectors. Proof coins are struck with specially prepared dies and polished planchets, resulting in sharp details and mirror-like fields. These coins are not intended for circulation but for inclusion in proof sets sold to the public. The widespread production of circulation strikes in 2001 ensured that the coin remains common and easily found today, but high-grade examples and error varieties can carry collector value. When discussing collector interest, condition is always crucial. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor 1 to mint state 70. Most 2001 pennies found in circulation show signs of wear, making them worth only face value. However, uncirculated examples with a bright red finish and no marks can be more valuable. At grades of MS-65 and above, these coins become desirable to collectors seeking pristine examples. Proof coins from San Francisco, especially those with deep cameo contrast, are more valuable, often trading for several dollars depending on condition and certification. Varieties and errors add another dimension of interest to the 2001 cent. While no major double die varieties are widely known for this year, collectors search diligently for minor varieties such as die chips, die cracks, and repunched mint marks. Dramatic mint errors such as off-center strikes, broad strikes, double strikes, and clipped planchets can command significantly higher prices. A 2001 penny with a noticeable mint error could sell for much more than its face value, turning a seemingly ordinary coin into a prized collectible. Error coins highlight the mechanical complexity of the minting process and the fascination collectors have with coins that deviate from perfection. The historical context of the 2001 penny is also meaningful. At the dawn of the 21st century, the Lincoln Memorial reverse was nearing the end of its long run. The U.S. Mint would soon prepare for the bicentennial celebration of Lincoln's birth in 2009, when special commemorative reverses would replace the memorial design. In 2010, the reverse permanently changed to the Union Shield design. Therefore, the 2001 cent belongs to the final decade of the memorial reverse era, making it an essential piece for collectors who appreciate this chapter of numismatic history. From a cultural perspective, the 2001 penny represents more than money. It is part of the everyday lives of millions of Americans, used in countless transactions, saved in jars, or passed down in change. The Lincoln cent has been a part of the nation's collective memory for over a century, and the 2001 issue continues this tradition. For younger collectors, it may be a coin they first discovered in circulation, sparking an interest in numismatics. For historians, it reflects the endurance of Lincoln's legacy as a unifying figure in American history. In summary, the 1-cent coin of 2001 is a small but significant artifact. Its obverse honors Abraham Lincoln with a portrait that has stood the test of time. Its reverse depicts the Lincoln Memorial, symbolizing unity, democracy, and national pride. Its composition reflects changing economic conditions, while its production connects it to billions of everyday experiences. Though common in circulation, the 2001 penny offers layers of meaning for collectors, historians, and everyday Americans alike. From mint errors to proof sets, from high-grade examples to corroded zinc cents, each 2001 penny carries a story, both personal and historical. It stands as part of the continuous narrative of U.S. coinage, linking the nation's past to its present and reminding us that even the smallest denomination can carry immense historical and cultural weight. The United States 1-cent coin of 2002 belongs to the long-running Lincoln cent series, which has been one of the most widely recognized coins in American history since its introduction in 1909. By 2002, the Lincoln cent had already been in circulation for over 90 years, symbolizing both economic value in daily commerce and historical tribute to Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The 2002 cent continues the tradition of combining artistry, symbolism, and practicality, making it not just a coin but also an important collectible for numismatists and historians alike. The obverse design of the 2002 penny is instantly familiar. Created by Victor David Brenner in 1909, it shows a right-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln. This image was chosen to honor Lincoln on the centennial of his birth, and it has since become one of the most enduring coin portraits in American numismatic history. The inscriptions around the portrait remain unchanged. Above Lincoln's head is the motto "In God We Trust," placed prominently as a symbol of national faith. To the left side of Lincoln's portrait is the word "Liberty," a reminder of the values for which Lincoln is remembered. To the right is the date, 2002, and below it, depending on where the coin was struck, appears the mint mark. Coins struck at Philadelphia carry no mint mark. Those from Denver show a D, and proof coins from San Francisco are marked with an S. This consistent placement allows collectors to easily identify where each coin originated. The reverse side of the 2002 cent still features the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparro introduced in 1959 for the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This design replaced the wheat ears reverse that had been used from 1909 to 1958. Gasparro's work captures the grandeur of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., showing the stately structure with its colonnade of columns. At the top rim appear the words, United States of America, and directly beneath them the motto E pluribus unum, which translates as, out of many, one. The denomination 1 cent is placed boldly along the bottom rim. One fascinating detail is that within the memorial, a tiny engraving of the seated statue of Lincoln can be seen. This makes the Lincoln cent one of the very few American coins to depict the same person on both the obverse and reverse. The symbolism of this design is significant, reflecting Lincoln's central place in American history as the president who guided the nation through the Civil War and worked to preserve the Union. In terms of composition, the 2002 penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. This composition has been the standard since 1982, when rising copper prices led the mint to abandon the earlier bronze alloy, which had consisted of 95% copper. The coin measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, 1.52 millimeters in thickness, and weighs 2.5 grams. Although the outer copper plating gives it the traditional reddish-brown color of earlier pennies, the zinc core has made these coins lighter and less expensive to produce. However, collectors often note that the zinc-based cents are more vulnerable to corrosion, particularly if the thin copper coating is damaged, leading to unsightly spots or bubbling on the coin's surface. Billions of 2002 cents were struck for circulation at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, ensuring their widespread availability. In addition to circulation strikes, the San Francisco Mint produced high-quality proof coins in limited numbers, sold primarily to collectors through annual proof sets. These proof coins are distinguished by their sharp details, mirrored fields, and frosted designs, the result of being struck multiple times with specially polished dies. Collectors value proof examples highly, especially those that show strong cameo or deep cameo contrast between the raised design and the mirror-like background. When it comes to value, the 2002 penny is generally worth only face value in circulated condition, due to its high mintage and wide availability. However, condition can significantly increase desirability. Uncirculated examples, especially those that retain their original red luster and are free of marks, can be worth more to collectors. Coins graded mint state 65 or higher are sought after, particularly when certified by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC. Proof coins from San Francisco also command higher prices, particularly in perfect PR70 condition with deep cameo designation. Error coins from 2002 are another area of collector interest. While there are no widely known major double die varieties for this year, various minting errors can be found, such as off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, and misaligned dies. Some of these errors can dramatically increase the value of a coin. For instance, a 2002 penny with a significant off-center strike that still shows the date and mint mark could sell for much more than face value. Error coins are highly collectible because they represent unusual occurrences in the minting process, making them unique within a sea of uniform coins. The historical context of the 2002 penny also adds to its significance. At the time, the Lincoln cent with the memorial reverse was nearing the end of its long journey. Just a few years later, in 2009, the mint would celebrate Lincoln's bicentennial with 4 special reverse designs depicting different stages of his life, and in 2010, the permanent reverse design would be changed to the Union Shield. This makes the 2002 penny part of the final chapter of the Lincoln Memorial design, which had been in use since 1959. For collectors building sets, coins from the early 2000s represent the last years of a design that spanned half a century. Beyond numismatic value, the 2002 penny carries cultural weight. Pennies are among the most common coins handled by Americans in everyday life. Whether tossed into a coin jar, used to make exact change, or saved by young collectors starting their first coin albums, the penny has always held a presence in American households. Despite debates about whether to discontinue the penny due to its low purchasing power and production costs, the coin continues to circulate, and the 2002 issue represents a continuation of that tradition. For many, pennies like the 2002 cent are tokens of nostalgia, reminders of small transactions, childhood collections, or the simple act of finding lucky pennies on the ground. In conclusion, the 1-cent coin of 2002 may appear small and ordinary at first glance, but it represents a wealth of history, symbolism, and significance. Its obverse continues the proud tradition of honoring Abraham Lincoln, one of America's greatest presidents. Its reverse depicts the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of unity, democracy, and respect for national history. Its composition reflects the economic decisions of the mint, balancing cost efficiency with tradition. While billions were struck and most remain worth only their face value, high-grade examples, proof coins, and error varieties can hold notable collector interest. More importantly, the 2002 penny stands as part of the broader legacy of the Lincoln cent series, linking past, present, and future, and reminding us that even the smallest coin can carry immense historical and cultural meaning. The 1-cent coin of 2002 is part of the Lincoln cent series, a coin that has been in circulation since 1909 and has become one of the most enduring designs in American coinage history. By 2002, the Lincoln cent had already been around for 93 years, and it continued to be produced in massive quantities for everyday use. Yet despite being the lowest denomination of U.S. currency, the penny carries enormous symbolic weight, both as a tribute to President Abraham Lincoln and as a coin that has played a daily role in the lives of millions of Americans. The obverse design of the 2002 penny features the famous bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln faces to the right, with a calm and thoughtful expression that conveys dignity and leadership. Above Lincoln's head is the inscription "In God We Trust," a motto first added to coins in the 19th century and consistently present on the cent since its debut in 1909. On the left side of Lincoln's portrait is the word liberty, representing one of the most important values of the nation, and on the right is the date, 2002. Below the date appears the mint mark, which identifies where the coin was struck. If the coin was minted in Philadelphia, there is no mint mark. Coins struck in Denver bear a small D, while proof coins struck in San Francisco carry an S. This mint mark system allows collectors to easily track the origin of coins, and for those who build complete sets, obtaining each mint variety is essential. The reverse design of the 2002 cent is equally significant. Created by Frank Gasparro and first used in 1959, it depicts the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. This design was chosen to honor the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, replacing the earlier wheat ears reverse. Gasparro's design captures the neoclassical structure of the memorial with fine detail, showing its many columns and architectural symmetry. Along the top edge of the coin are the words, United States of America, and directly beneath them is the Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one. At the bottom, the denomination 1 cent is boldly displayed. A fascinating and often overlooked detail is the tiny statue of Lincoln seated inside the memorial, visible under magnification. This detail makes the Lincoln cent one of the very few U.S. coins to depict the same individual on both sides. The memorial design remained in use until 2008, making the 2002 penny part of the closing years of this historic design era. Composition is another important aspect of the 2002 penny. Since 1982, the U.S. Mint has produced cents primarily from zinc, with a thin layer of copper plating. Specifically, the 2002 penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. The zinc core is coated with copper to maintain the familiar reddish-brown appearance of earlier coins, but the change in composition was driven by rising copper costs. Before 1982, cents had been made mostly from copper, but the increasing value of the metal meant that it cost more to produce each penny than the coin's actual face value. By switching to zinc, the mint reduced costs, though the durability of these new cents has often been questioned. The zinc core makes the coins lighter, weighing 2.5 grams compared to the 3.11 grams of the older bronze cents. However, if the copper plating becomes damaged, the zinc core is vulnerable to corrosion, leading to unsightly spots or bubbling. Many collectors have noticed that zinc-based cents from the 1980s onward often age poorly compared to the earlier bronze versions. The 2002 penny was struck in massive numbers. Billions of coins were produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints for everyday circulation. This enormous mintage means that the 2002 penny is still easy to find in pocket change today. The San Francisco Mint produced proof coins, but unlike circulation strikes, these were not released for general use. Instead, they were included in special proof sets sold to collectors. Proof coins are created with extraordinary care, using polished planchets and specially prepared dies. They are struck multiple times under higher pressure, producing a coin with sharp details and a mirror-like surface. Proof examples of the 2002 penny are highly collectible, especially when they display strong cameo contrast between the frosted design elements and the reflective fields. In terms of value, most 2002 cents in circulation are worth only face value, given the high mintages and their common availability. However, condition is the key factor for collectors. Coins that remain in uncirculated condition with full red luster are much more desirable. On the Sheldon grading scale, coins graded mint state 65 or higher can command a premium, particularly if they have been certified by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC. Proof coins also hold higher value, especially those graded PR69 or PR70 with deep cameo designation. While the average 2002 penny may not be worth more than 1 cent, pristine examples and proof strikes can sell for several dollars. Error coins from 2002 add further excitement for collectors. Though no major double die varieties are widely recognized for this year, various types of mint errors can be found. These include off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing due to misalignment; broad strikes, where the coin is struck without a collar and appears wider than usual; die cracks, which create raised lines on the surface of the coin; and clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing from the blank before striking. Such errors are relatively rare compared to the overall production, making them highly collectible. Depending on the type and severity of the error, a 2002 penny could be worth many times its face value. From a historical perspective, the 2002 penny holds significance as part of the final years of the Lincoln Memorial design. The mint would soon move away from this reverse in favor of commemorative designs for the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth in 2009, followed by the permanent adoption of the Union Shield reverse in 2010. This makes the 2002 issue part of the closing chapter in a design that spanned nearly 50 years. Collectors who value the Lincoln Memorial series often seek to build complete sets, and the 2002 penny is an important part of that journey. Culturally, the 2002 penny reflects both continuity and change. On one hand, it maintains the long tradition of honoring Lincoln and keeping his image in the daily lives of Americans. On the other hand, it represents modern minting practices, economic decisions about coinage composition, and the challenges of keeping a low-value coin relevant in an era of inflation. While debates about eliminating the penny have continued for years, coins like the 2002 cent remain a reminder of its role in commerce, culture, and history. Pennies often serve as the first coins that children collect, whether from pocket change, coin rolls, or albums. They are also part of traditions, such as finding a lucky penny or tossing one into a wishing fountain. These small, everyday experiences add sentimental value to the coin beyond its monetary worth. In conclusion, the 1-cent coin of 2002 is more than just a small piece of change. It embodies history, symbolism, and tradition. Its obverse honors one of the most revered figures in American history. Its reverse reflects a monumental landmark of national pride. This composition illustrates economic adjustments in coin production. Its availability makes it common, but its variations, proof issues, and mint errors make it an engaging collectible. As part of the Lincoln Memorial era, it marks the final years of a design that connected generations of Americans. The 2002 penny shows that even the smallest denomination can tell a big story, bridging the past and the present while preserving the legacy of Abraham Lincoln in the palm of our hands. The United States 1-cent coin of 2003 is part of the famous Lincoln cent series, which has been in production since 1909 and is the longest-running coin design in American history. By 2003, the Lincoln cent had already been in circulation for 94 years, and although it is the smallest denomination of U.S. currency, it remains one of the most symbolic coins because of its tribute to Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States.